video, I'm going to try to explain the difference between a screen editor and a layout editor. I'm at the event edit screen here. I'm going to go to edit event. As I scroll down, I'm going to have my user experiences. Each of these can be unique. You can do 1 to 20, 25, however many you want. With each experience, you have an overlay or frame. This affects the composite image that is created at the end. This could be actually a photograph, like a photo strip or a postcard or a portrait. It could be a GIF, could be a movie, anything like that. So that's what this overlay is going to be applied to. It does not affect anything within the app itself. Now the app screens, these each are part of the flow through the app that the customer will see. So when your guest comes up, taps a screen, they're going to be interacting with the start screen, then they're going to be shown the instruction screen to tell them kind of what's going to happen. Then the session, that's where the countdown is and everything, and then the review screen. It goes in that sequence and loops back around. So we can customize each of these within the app per event. We can also create experience specific screens also if you want it to behave differently depending on which experience has been selected on a start screen. So to get started, I just wanted to we'll go into the start screen here. This is our screen editor, and by default it's just a full screen. This event's set up in portrait mode and is using a standard camera aspect ratio. We can turn that off just to kind of show that we can customize on this screen. I can set my own backdrop or background on this. Maybe I'll bring in something custom. I can drag it in and drop it. And I'll select it and it'll apply here. Now, screens are 1024 by 1366 when in portrait and 1366 by 1024 when in landscape. We have this information also down here, along with a link to a PSD for the appropriate orientation that your event is set up for. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then we will move along to what will be shown second to the customer, and that is the the instruction screen. Once again, I can come in and create a custom look to this page or screen on the app. So I'm going to bring in a little bit more stripped down version of the last background just so we can see that. We can change our text sizes. I usually make this nice and big so all guests can see it. We can come down here and we can edit what we're going to do. Like this is a single that we're set up for, so we're just going to get rid of that so that we don't have to see all that. We'll just have a simple message. Next is the actual screen that's going to happen during the session. This is what the guests will be presented with. Again, we can mess with adjustments. We can hide it. Much like the start screen, we can turn it off or on. Obviously, we would like it on here so the guests can see themselves. And finally, we have the review screen. We're working on some changes in this section, so it is a little confusing. If you're using version 3.1 and below of the app, it is an undersized screen, but when you move to version 3.2, you can actually use the full screen again. The toolbar has been kind of readjusted. I'm going to select my experience here, which is going to show me my toolbar. And we're going to be publishing a change here. I think there's been a little confusion here, but we will bring this in. You'll see how this doesn't lay in. It's because it is not properly coming down into here. Update coming. We'll fix this, but this again, if you are using the latest version of the app, should be 1024 by 1366. We can customize our button colors down here and force which one we want to see. This share versus review. So these are screens. These affect what's inside the app. Every experience, as I said, has its own layout too. So now that I'm in the experience mode, I can go here to the layout. You'll see I have nothing here. Now I have available based on the device orientation and the camera aspect that's set. I can select from different presets. Currently I'm just using this single vertical up. This gives you some information about it. If you want to use it, just hit use layout, it'll reset it, refresh the page. We're already set to that, so I'm just going to leave it open. Now, once again, I could set an overlay or a background, so I'll bring in an overlay on this one. Now, this overlay's been designed to meet the specification of 1200 by 1800 pixels. And then we've done a knockout that is 1120 by 1493 and is offset by 40 pixels left and down. Now you can move this however you'd like we can take and move him around if we want. I'm just going to move it back to where it was. Click Save, and then this will be our new overlay when the guest is presented. So this design will show up sitting on top of the review screen, and then this is where the guest will have the ability to share from. So hopefully this will help with the understanding of screens versus frames and where they're used within the app.